All right, here we go into team number 5 of the sorta series. And in this game, we're going to be doing the Milwaukee Bucks. And I don't have any Bucks merchandise, so we're doing the Bucks sorta. So Gary Payton was actually traded to the Bucks with Des Mason for Ray Allen, Flip Murray, Kevin Ollie, and a future first rounder. In Milwaukee, he played 28 games, averaged 39 minutes, and put up 20 points, 7 assists a game. One of the better mercenary players that we've had so far in the series. Starting shooting guard, we have Hall of Famer Adrian Dantley. Something that's pretty interesting if you guys want to check it out is look at the comparison between Adrian Dantley and Alex English's career, and they almost have the exact same career. It's kind of weird. Adrian Dantley averaged 6 points a game in 10 games for Milwaukee in the 1991 season. Another player who had his highest scoring output on as far as his career with the team goes, Richard Jefferson. He put up 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists a game on the Bucks. All right, starting power forward, we have the chairman himself, Yi Jianlian. One of the most embarrassing draft tapes ever, where he was just doing post moves against a chair. Was drafted to Milwaukee, even though he actively said, or his agent rather, said that he did not want to go to Milwaukee because there was not a strong Chinese American community there. Played 66 games with him, averaged 9 points, 5 rebounds. Not a particularly special player, didn't do a ton in the NBA, but he's a 7-footer who can play the small forward, so could do a lot worse. Starting center, we have the undersized 6'9" Dave Cowens. He's an all-star MVP, a regular season MVP in the same year, 2-time champ, rookie of the year, had a really, really good career. He actually retired for 2 years, then came back to play 40 games with the Bucks in 1983. All right, we have the 1991 Most Improved Player, and still the single-game assist record holder with 30, Scott Skiles. So in 1990, he averaged 8 points, 5 assists, and in 1991, he averaged 17 points, 8 assists. So that's how he got Most Improved. Pretty mediocre career aside from that. Had a couple good years, but again, he's a record holder, so he's got to be here. As our backup 2 guard, we have Caron Butler, 2-time All-Star. Tough Juice was, really bounced around. He kind of tailed out quickly at the end of his career, but in 2014 played for both Milwaukee and Oklahoma City, and put up 11 points a game over 34 games for the Bucks. So, welcome to the party. All right, so as our backup small forward, we have Bob Love. He ended up actually having a really mediocre time in Milwaukee. Only played 14 games. But he went from a 6-point, 3-rebound player in the first 5 years of his career, ending up in Chicago where he averaged 26 and 7, was a multiple-time all-defensive player, and 3-time All-Star. He had his real breakout season at 27 years old. All right, we have a guy that we're going to see a little bit in this series. We have Danny Manning, former first overall pick, really amazing college player, 2-time All-Star, 1-time Sixth Man of the Year, and played 72 games with Milwaukee, averaged 4 points, 3 rebounds, pretty average, but Danny Manning was a fun player, and if his knees hadn't given out, he had a really high ceiling. Backup center, we have Pau Gasol. Here's the first fun fact. 45 players in Bucks history have played 30 minutes or less for the franchise. The only one of those players that's in the game is Pau Gasol. Averaged 1.3 rebounds, and that's pretty much it. He hasn't been in the NBA since, so hopefully he can make a comeback. 11th man, we were getting kind of desperate to fill out guard spots for players that were actually in the game. We have Steve Blake. I believe he's still the all-time record holder for assists in a quarter with either 11 or 12. I haven't checked that. But yeah, Steve Blake, scrappy dude. It's Steve Blake. A gold card is probably better than he deserves. 12th man, we're just going to throw in Michael Beasley. It's a Bucks version of Beasley. He was just in the New York Knicks video, so I don't really plan on using him too much. We just included him for the sake of having Michael Beasley. So our 13th man, it's actually kind of an interesting case, and I sort of wanted to take a little second for a story time here. So Sven Nader was the Rookie of the Year over Doug Collins, Kermit Washington, Larry Keenan, ABA MVP and Hall of Famer George McGinnis, and coaches in the NBA Mike D'Antoni and George Karl, who were drafted the same year as him. He backed up Bill Walton at UCLA, never started a game in college. Kind of bizarre and sad story. In the Netherlands, sometime between him being 3 and 6 years old, his parents and his brother moved to the United States, leaving him and his sister in an orphanage in Holland. So after 3 years there, a TV show that eventually became This Is Your Life discovered their situation and reunited the family on national television. So he came to the US at 9 years old, grew up without a family, spoke no English, and eventually won 2 NCAA championships, won an ABA Rookie of the Year, 2 All-Star selections, 2 All-ABA team selections, and a rebounding title in the NBA at 30 years old, beating out Moses Malone, Wes Unseld, Elvin Hayes, Jack Sikma, Robert Parrish, Kareem, and Larry Bird in the process. So a really interesting kind of underdog story, so that's the main reason that he's on this team. I've got to give a special shout out to Paul Mokeski on behalf of Space Word Bird. I know it's his favorite player to ever represent Cream City, so I had to give him some extra love. And then some other cards that didn't make this team for various reasons. Del Curry and Tiny Archibald. I don't have the cards. They were only rewards for a limited time. Didn't get them. Jerry Stackhouse, Corey Maggette, and Steven Jackson are just on a lot of the other teams, and they're all really good Opal cards, so I didn't want to have them on here. Sean Livingston, Kenyon Martin, Flip Murray, Hakeem Warwick from the last team, JJ Redick, Kendall Gill, Jerome Kersey, and of course, Bucks legend Spencer Hawes. Alright, so this is the Sort of Bucks, and we're going to get into a game. Alright, so especially after having just done this Knicks game, we are at a severe team disadvantage, but we're going to just make the most of it. Okay.
Yeah, that Jonathan Isaac is really good.
That's fine. Dave Cowens is pretty good. Okay.
Damn, we can't get Yi Jianlian's release down properly. Dave Cowens is a rebounding machine, man. I mean, honestly, if I can make this game even respectable, I'll count that as a win, because my team is not up to par with this guy.
Okay.
Man, if we could shoot with Yi Jianlian, we'd be fine.
Ball is just genuinely a little funny.
Solid chase down from Adrian Dantley.
So we end the first quarter down 5. I mean, you know, against a team like this, with a player like this, it's going to be very, very, very tough. So like I said, if I can make this respectable, I'm fine. Oh. He almost on-balled there for a sec, and that's how he pays. Dave Cowens is going to bully J.R. Smith, so we can get those switches a lot. Yes! There we go. There we go. Weird, every time I'm on offense, I'm lagging like crazy, but then as soon as I switch over to defense, it's not so bad. I don't even know if you can do that in this game, where you can lag switch people, but... Alright, Scott Skiles gets in for the layup. Dave Cowens is a rebounding machine. And now all of a sudden... Oh, damn. That would have been nice, but that's alright. All things considered, I mean, I haven't used Beasley yet. I might. Nah, I'm gonna put Yi Jianlian in. Wow. And he doesn't get blocked on that. See, he deserved to turn that over about 3 times. See if we can force him into playing some on-ball. Yeah. Alright. He's gonna sit in the passing lanes. There we go. There we go, Gary Payton.
There we go. Oh, that would have been really nice. That's fine. Dave Cowens is really good. I see why a lot of people used him early in the year. There we go. Just run a little circle offense. That one. There we go. Alright, take that. Okay. Not a good take, but against bad defenders, I guess it's not too bad. I just lagged there. I couldn't even move. That's a shot. Yeah. Good shot. Oh, that would have... There we go. Okay, it goes in. I can't really tell with the lag right now, but I'm back on offense. Yeah.
Alright, so I was lagged out at the end, basically, but he ran up, took a buzzer beater to win by 10. I'm going to count that as a 7-point win for him. Gave up a lot of points on Blake Griffin and Jonathan Isaac because they had about a 6 or 7 inch height advantage. Dave Cowens MVP easily. Didn't get a chance to do much with Dantley. Dave Cowens with 7 offensive rebounds, wow. Yeah, couldn't score with a few players, so we shot a pretty bad percentage. Overall, pretty happy with how that team played. Alright, so here are the sort of Bucks. Honestly, not that bad to play with. I think if I'd used Beasley, I think if I'd evolved a couple of these cards, I think I would have won that game. The lagging didn't help, but anyway, that's number 5. 25 to go. More videos coming very, very, very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and make sure to tune into the next one.